In 2026, just placing a single potted plant in the right spot can be enough to invite a steady flow of wealth into your home. Each passing year carries a unique energy that directly influences the rhythm of life and the way people make decisions. The year 2026, known as the Year of the Fire Horse, will be a time of intense movement. It can bring about major opportunities, but it also requires clarity and balance. Moving quickly is not enough. What truly matters is the ability to stay grounded amid constant change. According to the 5 elements theory, 2026 carries the energy of heavenly river water, the image of water flowing down from above. This symbolizes flexible thinking, broad vision, and the power to refresh and renew your living environment. When guided properly, this energy can nourish and soothe a space. But without regulation, people may feel unset light-emitting diode lights and find it hard to maintain peace in their daily life and finances. That is why the way you arrange your living space in 2026 will play a key role in your long-term stability. Indoor plants create a necessary balance between people and their surroundings. Their presence brings a sense of closeness to nature, making the atmosphere softer and more pleasant. The green color of leaves has a clear effect on both vision and mood. It helps reduce stress and brings a sense of calm. When the mind is at ease, people tend to think more clearly and make wiser decisions about their work and finances. In 2026, the relationship between the elements in the 5-element system should be carefully considered. The year leans toward the water element, so support from the metal element will help the energy flow more smoothly and become easier to manage. Plants with a neat shape, clear structure, and light or neutral colors often give a sense of stability to the home. Choosing these kinds of plants helps reduce feelings of chaos and supports a steady, daily rhythm. From a modern perspective, indoor plants also offer real mental health benefits. Spaces with greenery improve concentration, lower stress levels, and feel more inviting for longer stays. When the mind is in balance, people are better at seeing the full picture and are less likely to make rushed decisions. This is especially important in a year full of shifts and uncertainty like 2026. Taking care of plants every day is also a simple way to slow down and bring more order to your life. Watching plants grow helps people build patience and become more aware of small changes. When plants are chosen to match the space and placed in the right spots, the living environment naturally becomes more peaceful and harmonious. From this foundation, choosing the right spot for your plants becomes the next crucial step. When a plant is placed in the right location, the energy in the space flows more clearly, helping the home maintain the balance needed for a steady and sustainable 2026. First location, the east. The east side of the home receives the early morning sunlight, when natural energy begins to move again after a period of rest. In Feng Shui, this direction represents growth and new beginnings. It is associated with nurturing elements and long-term development. When it comes to wealth in 2026, the east is a key area to focus on, as this is where financial energy tends to form and operate steadily. In 2026, the east is influenced by the 8 white star, which is tied to practical, steady wealth that builds gradually with minimal disruption. This means money matters this year are closely connected to strong foundations, discipline, and consistency. When the east area is activated properly, financial energy flows more smoothly and becomes more sustainable. Placing plants in the east should align with the plant's growth characteristics and how well it fits the space. Plants bring life force and help balance the energy, making this area feel fresh. Plants with an upright shape, thick and healthy leaves, and a stable green color are preferred because their form reflects the type of energy they carry. A well-balanced plant that does not shed leaves often gives a sense of stability, which supports the goal of building up wealth in 2026. The ZZ plant, also known as the Zamioculcas, is commonly chosen for the east because it grows well in that direction. Its leaves grow in clusters, are thick and dark green, and point upward, symbolizing steady growth and stable energy. When placed where it can catch the morning light, this plant adapts well, stays strong, and grows consistently. However, it is important to care for it regularly. Use loose, well-drained soil and avoid letting the leaves turn yellow or sit in low light for too long. When the plant and the space around it are both kept in harmony, this area tends to support wealth more effectively. The east represents the beginning of a new cycle. Keeping this space full of life, with the right amount of sunlight and healthy greenery, lays a strong foundation for wealth to flow throughout 2026. When the plant is placed correctly, cared for consistently, and in harmony with the living space, financial energy has the chance to grow naturally, clearly, and with long-term stability. Second location, the southeast. The southeast part of a home usually feels light and airy. It is a relaxing spot that helps reduce stress and adds a warm, gentle touch to the home's atmosphere. In 2026, the southeast is expected to be a source of positive signals, such as good news for the family, smooth progress at work, or opportunities that come naturally. That is why caring for and organizing this space is important for attracting good fortune overall. When placing plants in the southeast, aim for a fresh and cheerful vibe. Flowering plants, especially those with red or pink blossoms, are often chosen because they create warmth and a lively mood. Anthuriums, or red and pink phalaenopsis orchids, are great examples. They are easy to grow, low maintenance, and well suited for indoor spaces. When the flowers are bright and the leaves are green, this area becomes more vibrant and joyful, positively affecting the people who live there. What matters most in this space is creating a bright, pleasant area that feels inviting from the very first glance. Plants with red or pink flowers, like anthuriums or red orchids, are often favored because their warm colors bring energy and life to the room. These plants are ideal for indoor care and daily maintenance. The plant pot should be placed where it is easy to see, with gentle light and good airflow. The area should be neat and tidy so the plant can grow strong, keep its leaves green, and help the flowers last longer. When this space is organized and the plant is well cared for, it naturally becomes a soothing, joyful part of the home. It brings peace of mind, uplifts the mood, and creates a steady flow of positive energy. Third location, the south. The south side of the home is often the brightest, receiving the most sunlight, and can sometimes feel hot. Because of this, many families place large plants or use bold decorations in this area to create a focal point. However, in 2026, the south should be kept calm and balanced, not overly activated. According to Feng Shui interpretations for the year, the energy in the south during 2026 is quite sensitive. If this space is overloaded with decorations, too bright or too crowded, daily life in the home can feel tense, and money-related decisions may lack careful thought. The goal for the south this year is to keep it peaceful, tidy, and comfortable. If you place a plant in the south, choose a small one with a neat shape and soft green leaves that visually balance the strong sunlight. Place it in an open spot that does not block walkways, windows, or natural light. Avoid bright red or orange plants or oversized pots, as these can make the space feel even heavier and more intense. Do not overcrowd the south with too many decorations. A single, medium-sized plant, neatly placed and easy to care for, is all you need. When a plant is healthy, with clean and vibrant leaves, the space feels lighter and more pleasant. This sense of stability is especially important in 2026. It helps the family maintain a steady pace and avoid disruptions in spending and financial planning. A simple rule to remember for the South in 2026. The simpler it is, the easier it is to hold on to money. When this area is kept tidy, moderately lit, and not overdone, the whole home feels more balanced. As a result, wealth is more likely to remain steady with fewer losses. Fourth location, The northeast. The northeast area of the home tends to remain calm and slow to change. The energy here moves gently, making it ideal for activities that require careful thought. In 2026, this direction supports routines and helps people avoid impulsive decisions, especially when it comes to work and learning. Placing a plant in the northeast is meant to serve as a reminder of structure and order. Plants with upright shapes and firm stems work well here, as their form reflects clarity and discipline. The Japanese bamboo, or truk nut, is often chosen for this purpose. It grows straight, has narrow leaves, and visually communicates neatness and control. The plant should be placed in a fixed position, not moved around too often. Constantly shifting its location can create a sense of restlessness in your daily routine. When the plant stays in one spot, the surrounding space feels more grounded and helps everyone in the home get used to following plans rather than acting on sudden emotions. Choose a pot that is not too large. A moderate-sized, stable plant that receives consistent care helps create a sense of clarity and organization in everyday life. As the plant grows steadily, people in the home often become more thoughtful and careful with important decisions. The northeast works quietly but effectively. When used correctly, it helps maintain discipline, reduces impulsiveness, and supports long-term direction throughout 2026. Fifth location, the north. The north side of the home usually feels quiet, with softer lighting and a more subdued atmosphere. This direction connects to the flow of daily work, whether tasks move smoothly or face hidden delays. In 2026, the north plays a key role in clearing up stagnation and preventing small but persistent issues that slow down both work and finances. When placing a plant in the north, the goal is to keep the space light and pleasant. Peace lilies are a great option. They have soft green leaves, bright white flowers, and do not give off a heavy feeling. These plants adapt well to moderate light, which suits the typically dimmer conditions of a north-facing area. A peace lily placed in the north often makes the area feel open and refreshing. Its soft upward leaves add visual lightness without feeling stiff or overwhelming. This is especially helpful in the north, where clutter or poor airflow can make the space feel stuck. When the area is tidy and the plant is healthy, day-to-day activities and work tend to move more freely without feeling cramped or delayed. Make sure to place the plant where it is visible, with enough light for green leaves and fresh blooms. Avoid hiding it in dark corners or behind large furniture. Choose a pot that is well-sized, steady, and fits the surrounding space. When the plant is thriving clean leaves, no wilting the north tends to create a smoother, more peaceful daily environment. It also supports better workflow and a more relaxed mindset. In 2026, the value of the north lies in keeping everything running smoothly and without friction. When the plant is chosen and placed correctly, this area helps reduce those small but ongoing issues, making work and money matters more fluid and stable over time. Placing a plant in the right spot creates an important foundation, but to keep that area feeling open and pleasant over time, you can try a few simple techniques to help the plant and its surroundings work more harmoniously in your daily life. Tip number 1. Place a small coin with a light-colored string. A small, clean coin placed neatly near the plant pot or even under the pot often acts as an anchor for that space. The round shape of the coin symbolizes completeness and continuity. When placed in a fixed location, it helps bring clearer focus to the area. A piece of light-colored string tied around the pot or nearby serves as a gentle marker, making it easier for people in the home to recognize and remember that this is a spot that deserves regular care. The main benefit of this practice lies in forming habits. When there is a small object in place, people naturally pay more attention to the plant. They are more likely to remember to water it, wipe the leaves, and keep the area clean. This consistent care keeps the plant healthy, which in turn adds a sense of stability to the space. The coin does not stand out or disrupt the overall look, so it fits easily into many different home styles and is simple to keep long-term. Tip number 2. Use soft, light-emitting diode lighting to support plant growth. Lighting is essential for indoor plants, especially in areas that do not receive much natural sunlight. When a plant lacks light for too long, it often grows slowly, loses its vibrant color, and gradually starts to look dull. The surrounding space may also begin to feel heavy or lifeless. Adding the right amount of artificial light helps keep the plant balanced and improves the overall atmosphere of that part of the home. Soft, light-emitting diode lights are a good choice here. Warm, white, or gentle yellow light feels natural and mimics daylight, helping the plant maintain a healthy growth rhythm. The light should shine indirectly on the plant. Avoid placing it too close or pointing it directly at the leaves, as that can cause heat damage or dryness. You do not need to keep the light on all day. Just a few hours in the evening is enough to give the plant consistent light and avoid long breaks in its light exposure. When the lighting is well balanced, the plant often keeps its shape better and the leaves retain their color over time. The space also feels brighter and more visually pleasant, especially in the evening when dark corners can feel closed in. Gentle lighting adds depth to the space and creates a sense of openness and comfort in daily life. These small changes help the plant area feel more peaceful and support a smooth, stable living rhythm. Tip number 3. Place a piece of salt rock or small quartz near the plant. In a home's layout, greenery usually brings softness and lightness. But when a plant area lacks a grounding element, it can sometimes feel a little too empty or lacking in visual focus. A piece of salt rock or small quartz crystal, with its natural texture and moderate weight, helps add a sense of stability. These stones create a more solid and organized feel around the plant. The stone should be placed with intention and simplicity. One clean, small stone in a shallow dish or right next to the plant is enough to anchor the eye. Its placement should be clear, not mixed in with too many other decorations, as that would weaken its effect. When positioned correctly, the stone helps define a visual focal point and balances the soft energy of the plant with the grounded energy of the rock. Keeping the stone clean is important for long-term effect. Gently wiping the surface now and then maintains its shine and helps the area feel neat and refreshed. When a strong, healthy plant is paired with a well-cared-for stone, the surrounding space often brings a feeling of peace and comfort to daily life. This consistent sense of stability makes the plant area suitable for long-term use, contributing to a harmonious and sustainable home environment in 2026. These 3 tips are gentle supports that can be used flexibly, depending on your home's conditions. When the plant is placed in the right spot, has the right lighting, and is surrounded by a clean, well-maintained space, its positive effect in 2026 will become clear through a sense of stability, ease, and peace in your living space. So, 2026 brings many changes, and wealth starts with intentional arrangements in the home. When plants are carefully chosen and placed correctly, your home naturally begins to feel more balanced and grounded. From that foundation, everyday life becomes calmer, helping you make clearer, more thoughtful decisions about work and money. Each part of the home serves its own purpose. A plant placed in the right position works its magic quietly. There is no need to make a show of it. Regular care keeps the space full of vibrant energy and builds a long-lasting sense of peace. When your surroundings are steady, wealth tends to flow more reliably over time. Before we wrap up, take a moment to write a positive affirmation in the comments, something like, "My home is full of vibrant energy and my finances stay strong and steady throughout 2026. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel to stay connected and explore more ways to create a peaceful home and nurture long-term prosperity in upcoming videos.